Hi, this is Merlin. Today I'm gonna talk about the bootloader, and we're gonna try to make a bootloader. But the thing is that we have to understand what we are doing right now. To make a bootloader, you have to understand what's a bootloader, and if you want to make a bootloader, you have to understand what is operating system or those kind of stuff. So this is kind of background learning before making a bootloader, and let's do it. So the title is Building and Booting an Operating System. First, operating system generation. It is possible to design, code, and implement an operating system specifically for one specific machine configuration. More commonly, however, operating systems are designed to run on any class of machines with variety of per, peripheral configurations. Oh, if you're trying to buy a computer, you have to choose the what kind of operating system you're gonna use. But the thing is that if you're not trying, if you don't choose it, you're gonna have to make it. And these are steps how to make operating system. Write operating system at the source code. Configure the operating system for the system on which we run. Compile the operating system and install the operating system and boot the computer and its new operating system. So configuring system involves in specifying which feature will be included, and this varies by operating system. Typical parameters are parameters describing how the system is configured is stored in configuration file of some type, and once this file is created, it can be used in several ways. But the thing is that what is parameters? The parameter is it's just this setting that dictate how system or application behave. These parameters control various functional aspects of system, providing flexible way to adjust its operation without altering the program code. So let's take a look. The aspect. These are type of parameters, and they're stored in this kind of file. And this is an example of configuration parameters, network settings, and user preference and operation mode. So based on that, you put these parameters in the configuration file, and it can be used in several ways. And at one extreme, the system administrator can be used it to modify a copy of the operating system source code. And what is system administrator? It's just the administrator of the system. Example, you have system administrator. The role of the system of the administrator is to setting up and configure hardware software, like hardware setup, like computers, network devices, and software installation, and those kind of stuff. And and it can be used. Administrators can be used it to modify copy of operating system source code. So my question was, what is advantage of modify copy of the operating system source code? I mean, we can be what can we get from this? So the modifying a copy of the operating system source code offers several unique advantage. Example, customization. You can customize whatever you want if after you copy it, and you can modify it. And modify means change it, right? And you can customize. You can optimize the performance, and you can based on the open source code, you can you can make it cost effectiveness and others also. Then the operating system is completely compiled, no system build, data declaration, initialization, and constant, along with compilation, produce or output object version of the operating system that is tailored to the system described in the configuration file. At a slightly less tailored level, the the system description can lead to the selection of precompiled object module from existing library. So I was like, what do you mean tailored level? So the first less tailored level is like the meaning of tailor is made to fit individual customers, right? And and if you turn to less tailored level and system description can can lead to the selection of precompiled object modules from the existing library. And what is precompiled object modules? Precompiled object module is like already compiled binary format of the module, and and it can select from existing library because the meaning of the system description is a kind of blueprint for configuring and deploying software system and particularly operating system. So 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 if you look at it, the hardware specification and process information and memory details are here, specification, and software requirement like what kind of operating system you're gonna use, or what kind of application. These are the system description, and it can be lead to the selection of precompiled object module binary format or decompiled and from the existing library. And these modules are linked together to form generated operating system. And what is the modules? Modules in the context of the operating system, module refers to the distinct and self-contained piece of software that performs the specific function within a broader system. Example, device drivers is also modules and file system modules, and there's like network modules and kernel modules. And so, example, a module is independent, right? And it should be linking with the other module, right? And and there's like two types of linking: static linking and dynamic linking. Static linking happens during the build of the OS, incorporating the module directly into operating system binary. Dynamic linking can occur at the runtime, where modules are loaded and needed. So we just talk about the modules, and process allows the library contain the device drivers for or supported I/O devices, but those are needed are selected and in link with the operating system. Then that's correct because the system is not recompiled. The system generation is faster, but the resulting system may be overly general and may not be support different hardware configurations. So my question was, if system is recompiled, it will support different hardware configuration? Yes, and here's why. Recompiling for hardware compatibility. You can just stop the video and read it. So basically, it just tailor configuration can be specifically configured to the include support for various hardware configurations and those kind of stuff. And on other extreme, it is possible to construct system that is completely modular. And what is modular? Modular is just the system, like design system or principles, and it refers to design philosophy where the system is composed of distinct components or modules that can be independently developed, replaced, or modified without affecting the rest of the system. So this kind of example, because like you have the modules and you have a linking, but and each kind of this module have to independent. If you change another module and if it affected the other module, this kind of be corrupted. So you have to follow this step. This is the characteristic modular system. So based on that, so you have to possible to construct system that is completely modular. And here selection occurs the execution time rather than compile or link time. And what is selection? Selection is just like selection process of choosing component features or module to include software system or operating system. So runtime selection is like dynamic format of selection, the occurring while software is actively running. This type of enables software to adapt to changing conditions in real time. It involves with this kind of stuff, and and system generation involves in simply setting parameters and that describe in system configuration. So you can just read it and you can just follow this step, but we're not gonna do that because there's waste of time. And also you have to ignore this. At next video we're gonna talk about what is system boot, and we're gonna go deep about what is bootloader. Thank you.